Today we're making bowls.
But first, welcome. You're watching Strickland's and Friends, a seasonal whole food plant-based cookbook.
So what are bowls?
Well, to me, a bowl is a layer of a grain, a layer of a bean, a layer of a green, a layer of a vegetable, and a sauce. I love that magic formula because what I just gave you is over 10,000 recipes.
Well, and you could make it really simple too and just have it a grain, a green, and a bean with some kind of sauce. So you don't have to add extra vegetables, but I know we like vegetables, so we usually add some other extra vegetable to it. But to me,
I like the additional vegetable to give it a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of a different texture. I like the sauce to bring it some spice. But you don't have to have those. You can be even more simple.
Right. So when I think of a bowl, I think of a grain, a green, and a bean. And when we eat from the power plate, the fruits, vegetables, grains, and beans power plate, vegetables are important. To me, the best vegetables to eat, at least one serving of every day, is greens like kale or collard greens, spinach, some kind of green vegetable because they are higher in nutrients. So when I'm making a bowl, I like to include a grain of some kind, a bean of some kind, and a green of some kind, but you could add other vegetables too, like sweet potatoes or peppers or squash, zucchini, lots of other kinds of vegetables out there, but I always try to include one kind of green. So we have some cooked kale already. We're going to build some bowls, so he has lunch for this week. So one kind of bowl, and we're going to make this so easy that anybody can do this. We have a couple different kinds of already cooked grains. So this one, Seeds of Change, there's a lot of different brands out there, but this is one we just found at Whole Foods yesterday. So Seeds of Change, this is a quinoa and brown rice with garlic, and all you do is put it in the microwave and heat it up for 90 seconds, make a little cut in the top of it. I'm going to nuke that for 90 seconds.
You got it.
All right. Okay, so that was 90 seconds. I'm going to let that cool for just a little bit. So this one was the quinoa, brown rice, and garlic. So what we're doing is letting that cool, and we're going to use it as a base in the bowl with some already cooked black beans, which I just used a can of black beans. This is organic spicy black beans, and it's a mild spice. It says mild right on it, and this is Whole Foods brand organic spicy black beans. So it's already got seasoning in it, which makes it super easy. You could also find beans that come in these same kind of packages where you just put it in the microwave for 90 seconds and you have beans already done. So that's a cool option if you want to take it to work and cook it at work. Then, and you have a microwave oven at work.
So these things in the bags, whether they're grains or beans, they've actually already been cooked?
Right.
And you're just warming them up.
Warming them up, cool. Exactly. So, right, and this one has quinoa and brown rice with garlic. So let's build a bowl really fast. Okay, so we're just going to dump a little bit of the quinoa, brown rice, and garlic one. And then we'll put a scoop full of the black beans. There we go. And then some of the already cooked kale. And that is a very basic bowl recipe right there. So already cooked kale, already cooked rice and quinoa, and already cooked beans. That's a bowl. And then you could add a sauce like this coconut amino garlic sauce, which is really good to use in stir fries or to use just drizzled over a bowl. So you could do that. We already have one open. Or you could do something like this hot sauce, Williamson Brothers hot sauce, or a Tabasco, chipotle flavored Tabasco sauce is really good on it, or a vinegar. So what sauce would you like on this one?
Oh, this one sounds great.
Chili garlic?
Yes,
or
please.
Garlic sauce. Coconut amino. It smells so good. Coconut amino garlic sauce. There you go. And ta-da, you have a bowl.
Awesome. You could also go to Plant Bay and you could get her Qdabra sauce.
Right.
And put that on there.
Or you could get the Dr. Strickland seasonal bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. if you live in the Montgomery area, our vegan restaurant here in town is Plant Bay, and they have the new Dr. Strickland seasonal bowl on the menu. And for fall, it is black beans, sweet potatoes, collard greens, and quinoa, which is delicious. Okay, so our other bowl, I'm just going to try a different kind of grain. This one is Seeds of Change Organic 7 Whole Grains. So the first one was quinoa and brown rice. This one has lots of other grains in it. There's a lot of grains in here. So it has barley and rice and wild rice, and there's all kinds of stuff in here. So it's 7 whole grains, 7 different grains. So we'll go ahead and cook that one. 90 seconds in the microwave.
All right.
Okay, so very hot. Yeah, very hot. Okay, so that's the 7 grain bowl. We've already cooked, if you want to grab that, we've already cooked some black-eyed peas that we got at the farmer's market earlier today. And I just cooked them in plain water for a while. And then once they started getting tender, added some broth to it to give it a little more flavor, and some fresh cracked pepper, a little garlic powder. And that's it. So they taste pretty good. So we can set those down right there. Okay, so the bowl we're going to build now is one you can take to lunch with you.
Awesome.
Okay, so we have a Pyrex bowl. He also likes to take lunch in these little Rubbermaid things. I prefer the ones that are glass, just because I feel like it's safer in the microwave when he heats it up in the microwave.
I'm not so picky.
Okay, so, but these are BPA-free Rubbermaid. I just like the glass containers better.
And they've got a little picture of a microwave on the bottom.
I know, but okay.
But those are Rubbermaid Easy Find lids.
Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of this 7 whole grain and dump it into this container. And then some of the black-eyed peas. Okay. And then we grilled some zucchini and squash that we got at the farmer's market earlier, and also grilled some green tomatoes. So if you find green tomatoes at the grocery store or the farmer's market, really, really good way to cook them is cut them in really thick slices. Like cut the bottom off, cut the top off, and then cut it in maybe just 3 big thick slices. They're maybe half an inch thick. And then they come out like this, just beautiful big chunks of grilled green tomato. And in the South, people like fried green tomatoes, but that's not so healthy. So we go with grilled green tomatoes. The flavor is still there. It has that really sweet and that wonderful tangy flavor of grilled green or of fried green tomatoes without frying. So they're grilled green tomatoes, and we're going to chop that up.
Grilled green tomatoes were a big discovery for us just maybe, 8 years ago?
Probably 8 or 10.
We went a long time without them.
Yes.
It's sad.
Most of our lives without them. That was really sad. And we're putting those on top of the black-eyed peas because they are grilled green tomatoes on the black-eyed peas are so good.
Yes.
So good. Okay. It's almost like a sauce. Okay. So, and then we have some of these wonderful grilled yellow squash and grilled zucchini slabs. So I'm going to chop those up. Okay. And put those in the bowl. Yum. Let me get a little zucchini. See how much of that we can stuff in this bowl. I can probably get a little more in there.
Well, do I get some kale?
Oh, you could have a little kale on that too. All right, so we already have the cooked kale, so we could add a little bit of that. And then take it, put the lid on it, and he can take it to work in this nice, neat little bowl, already done. And then he's got hot sauce at work already. I would recommend one of these hot sauces with the black-eyed peas and the kale and all those grilled vegetables.
That's going to be really good.
That is a good lunch right there.
So it's got a grain, a green, a bean,
Some more
a couple vegetables. It'll get a sauce put to it. It's going to be a great lunch.
Perfect.
It makes me look forward to going to work.
So, well, good. And there are a few other things you could do. So that one bowl that we made a minute ago, if you want to grab that. And if you're eating it at home, then you could put some microgreens on it. So we have some broccoli microgreens, and that's really pretty. So it adds a little nutritional punch to it. And then that's ready to eat. So here's a fork. There you go.
Awesome.
There's your lunch.
Thank you.
And then here's lunch for work. So a couple different ways to do it. You can mix and match any of this stuff. So if you want to use the quinoa, brown rice, and garlic with the black-eyed peas and some of the vegetables, mix and match. Play with your food. We encourage you to play with your food.
So me, if I was stuck for a week without Carolyn, I might just take about maybe 2 hours to cook up a couple grains, cook up a couple beans, cook up a couple greens, maybe grill up a couple different vegetables, have a couple different sauces on hand, and I'd have lunch and dinner without having to make any repeats. Just a scoop of this, that, and have a different mix with every meal. It would be a great week of food.
All right, so a grain, a green, a bean, maybe some other vegetables, and whatever your favorite sauce is. So we also have used barbecue sauce and salsa and whatever kind of sauce you like, salad dressing, whatever you feel like putting on top of it. But there's a lot of different mix and match varieties. We'll make some more videos of some other varieties, maybe more of a wintry one with some broccoli and cauliflower. So
Sounds great.
Look for that.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye. Please subscribe to our channel by clicking our icon at the center of the screen.
And turn on notifications so that you can get our videos when the fruits and vegetables featured in that video are in season and at their best.
Click at the top left for videos that we have found to be very important.
Click at the bottom right to see one of our featured videos.
See you next time.
Glad to have you on board.